An IQ Plus a Nutri-System, which contains 10 essential brain nutrients with NVE that helps speed up the brain connection for faster learning. And of course, it also contains HMO, and that safeguards our child's gut, and in the long run, moms, their immune system becomes stronger, and they become healthier, and they can achieve more and are generally happier. And everyone, I hope you're all still having a wonderful time. I'd like to call back on stage to join me, Mommy Danica. There you go. Mommy Champion Danica, together with Doc Via. De Guzman, please join us up here. And of course, we want to discuss this further because, I mean, as you said, this is the first in the world, and it's not, we're not going to let this just go by lightly. I mean, this is a wonderful breakthrough, a scientific study. And, I just want to put in a little side note is that everything is just so expensive nowadays, right? And so we must get something for our child. We must make sure that it is the best. And we have to also make sure that they don't get sick because it's really hard to have to keep, bringing them to the doctors, and it just takes up a lot of time. And of course, our budgets are quite limited nowadays. So I'd like throw the first question to you, Doc June and Doc Lee. What would you say, once again, what we can't stress is enough, the key benefits of HMO?
Okay, so as you saw a while ago in my presentation, HMOs have three distinct mechanisms of action. So first, it's a prebiotic. The benefit is it feeds or nourishes the good bacteria found in the gastrointestinal tract. Second is it acts as a receptor decoy so that the bad or the pathogenic bacteria do not attach to the epithelial lining or the intestinal wall, so that the bad bacteria will not cause infection inside the body. And the third one is it acts as an immune modulator. It helps in the secretion of substances by our immune system cells so that it can be strengthened, so that it can resist infections that the child is exposed to. So those are the mechanisms of action. But the benefits are it can actually reduce the incidence or help in reducing the incidence of common respiratory infections, diarrhea, and even, it's not in my slides, and even eczema or some hyperallergic or hypersensitivity conditions. So it has some effects also on reducing the risk for allergy.
Doc Ria, how about naman, I want our audience to get the grasp of this, the connection between our gut health and immunity.
All right. 70% actually of our immunity lies in our gut. 70% of the immune system is there in our gut. That's why we want to protect it. We want to put in as good nutrition as possible so that it can do its functions, because we can be strong, we can have a stronger immunity based on how good our gut health is. So you have all the products and innovations that are being introduced, and that's primarily so we can strengthen the gut system, which of course leads also to stronger immunity. Because there are a lot of complex actions of HMO. In the clinic setting, maybe if I'm asked, what is this all about? If there's one word you'd like to associate it with, it's immunity. Because you send off your child to preschool, if there's one sick child there, your child is going to go home sick as well. And, can miss out on school, can miss out on a lot of learning opportunities. So, if there's one practical consideration there, you just don't want your child to easily get sick. And all the mechanisms of action are done by HMO once it's in the gut.
That's right. And